So I woke up this morning to this news, and the first thought in my head when I saw this, I was like, this is demented. Like this is horrible. Like it is legitimately horrible what happened here. And I know I don't normally make videos about games at all. I've only done it a few times in the past, but this game in particular, the Coffin of Andy and Leyley, was a game that, became very popular as of late. As you can clearly see here, I have played the game. I have beat it to its latest point in the game that's out, and I have a few hours on it, 3.4 hours. And legitimately, it's a good game. It's actually a legitimately good game. And obviously, if you were unaware of it, for the past few weeks, there's been a lot of memes. You probably have seen it pop up in your YouTube feed or on Reddit, whatever. There's been a lot of talk about this game. And basically, the big reason for it was because the game had taboo topics that, normally you don't see become popular. And in this case, it was the relationship between this brother and sister character of the game, and that was something that caused a huge amount of controversy online, on Twitter, and you had a lot of people advocating for the game to basically be canceled. So we fast forward about a month since its, actual first release, and we found out earlier this morning that the actual creator of the game, the writer, and the one that does the art, got doxxed. And because of this, to take precaution and make sure no more information leaks out to the public, they effectively removed themselves from the internet. They have completely gotten rid of all their social media accounts and everything that would kind of be online for them, and they effectively moved all of the project of the Coffin of Andy and Leyley to this company called Kit 9. Now, I want to give more context here in a second, but the first thing that just needs to be said is that this is legitimately just... It's so sad we live in an age now to where it's so commonplace for people that are just trying to make stuff and go day by day, live their life, they just get doxxed. People just get doxxed randomly, and it's just crazy we're in a society where people that do this just do not get punished. They don't get punished whatsoever. They're able to go along and continue to do this because there's no repercussions really for it. And on top of that as well, the where this all originated from, this doxing, it actually originated on a site that isn't actually Twitter. It originated on like a thread or a forum, not 4chan, but something else. I think it was called like Snarky Snappy, whatever it's called. But it originated on like, a thread, and it eventually, it led to the doxing of the creator, and obviously it led to all of this. And so the person that posted that wasn't necessarily probably doing it for clout reasons as well, or trying to seek attention, like, how a lot of people do on Twitter and stuff, but it was just straight up someone being outright malicious. And once again, it's really sad, because it's like, this is more and more commonplace nowadays, where you just see people having this done to them. And once again, we gotta look at what the game is actually about, okay? And I want to pull this up just to make sure you all see it once again. I have played the game. I have 3.4 hours into it. I have beaten the entire game. I have literally most of the achievements. The only things I have is probably some things that are like hidden away, like Easter eggs and stuff, but overall, I have played the story. And I want to tell you, as someone that's played the game, there's a lot more controversial about the game, if we really wanted to get into controversial, than about the brother and sister having feelings for each other within the game. You literally have cannibalism, murder, satanic rituals, straight up like a dystopian future of people being locked into their house, to, just all sorts of things with how, like, news is done within the story, and even eating and killing their own parents. Yeah, sorry, spoilers, I know. If you haven't played the game, that's a lot of spoilers, but the point of the matter is that, yes, there is a lot of darkness within the game, but that's the thing. Just taking a look at this, I want to click a game here, Elden Ring. Okay, this game right here in particular, let's be honest, Elden Ring has a lot of dark content. If you want to dive into the lore and stuff and what it's about, there is a lot of stuff within this game that is legitimately messed up. It is, if you really dive into it. And obviously, this is because, it's a mature game. It's meant for adults. It's meant for people of mature minds to be able to play. And so when you take a hard look at something like the Coffin of Andy and Leyley, it was never geared towards kids. It was literally for adults to play. And it's crazy to me someone can make a game that has mature themes and do something that, with their own creative freedom, and because it doesn't follow the standards or the normal, I guess, labels that are in video games nowadays, they get doxxed for it. They get straight up their entire online existence removed, or they have to remove themselves from online because they're in danger at that point. And it's just like crazy to me. It's just like, imagine getting so upset about someone making a mature video game. Just a mature video game. It's like, if you have that problem with a game to that extent, why don't you have a problem with Game of Thrones? Why don't you have a problem with, like, any game that has murder in it? Like, hell, most games have it to where characters kill another character. That's what happens, okay? And I don't see that happening continuously. Just like, holy crap. It's just, I don't like how we're in a society now to where you have people trying to restrict creative freedom by doxing someone. Like, just recently, you go back, like a few weeks back, like a month ago, we had the whole controversy with Sniper Wolf and the whole doxing situation, just straight up gross behavior. And so just like when you see everything that happened here, it's just like, oh my goodness, like, people, man, are just so evil. Like, this is just clear and straight to the point evil. It is evil to do this. And I really hope one day in the future there is more laws put in place to where if you do something like this straight up, you get arrested. You're thrown in jail or prison. I don't think you should legally be able to get away with this. There should be some really huge consequences. I know there's some states and some places and countries that have laws in place, but I want it to be a whole thing to where, like, the whole world agrees, like, yeah, if you dox someone, you need to go. You need to throw them into a jail cell, because I don't think it's okay to be able to do stuff like that and ruin someone's life over a creative piece of work. Just my 2 cents. I know that's technically not a hot take, but for some reason, all this keeps happening. Anyway, so let's talk about this and give more context. So, Kit9 as a company now has the creative rights of the Coffin of Andy and Leyley, basically meaning that the creator gave up control of the series to this company. Now, this company, we could just probably assume, is a friend of the creator, someone that they know personally, and that they're basically just now using the face of the company as a way to protect the creator of the game. And so, the creator basically has made a statement saying that they will continue to do artwork and write the story of the Coffin of Andy and Leyley, but they will no longer post actively. It would just be through the company talking with them, and that's about it. And it's just like, it's sad to see as well, because you have stuff like Stardew Valley, where, like, you have the creator of Stardew Valley is able to communicate with people and talk with them because he created it all by himself. And so seeing, the developer of, the Coffin of Leyley and Andy, having to basically do this, it's upsetting. Even if creatively the game isn't going to stop, I feel like in some way, though, this will affect the development of the game. And it's honestly sad. I can't believe that we have demented and gross people that are just trying to get rid of creative freedom like this. It's like, it's weird. You have this game that has all these toxic things within it. Like, it has, like, murder, cannibalism, crazy attachment issues and all that, toxic parents, and the game doesn't try to glorify it. It tries to straight up say how messed up it is. And it's just like, people draw this invisible line because of this one little area of the brother and sister having feelings in this game that's saying it's not right. And it's just like, oh my goodness. Like, our world is insane right now. And I know that this isn't my, like, traditional type of video content I make, but I've played this game, as you've already seen. I like the game. I enjoyed the creative freedom of it, and I like stories that try to break the mold and do something differently. And I like seeing indie game developers flourishing and making cool content. It's kind of like the recent game, like Lethal Company, that has become very popular as of late. I even enjoy that game. Hell, I'll even prove it to you. Like, I have put, like, 32 hours into it. I like Lethal Company. Great game. So it's really just sad to see, like, another indie developer getting completely tarnished like this and ruined. It's just like, this causes a developer to move themselves away from communicating with their fan base or even listening to them because of just all of this. But tell me your thoughts in the comments below, how you feel about all of this. Do you think that there really should be laws in place to protect creators more, or anyone, honestly, and that someone should be just basically thrown in prison for this? Do you think we need stricter laws? Just let me know in the comments below. But be safe, everyone. Stay healthy. Chibi out.